I'm doing this for you guys. Hopefully this will help you make a little bit of extra money. I'll show you some things that are actively profitable like right now that you can sell. So yeah, what I want to talk about tonight is about how to utilize things like coupons, cashback, discount gift cards, all of that stuff to get an edge up over your competition. I see this a lot. So a little bit about my story, if you don't know anything about us. We've been selling on Amazon for a very long time. I mean, I think we're going on 8 years now. A lot of that has been selling clothing. We do a lot of sales from Kohl's specifically, and Kohl's is very well known for their couponing. Now, I feel like we do this better than most of our competitors because I will find things that I know are very profitable that I also know many of my competitors are skipping because they're not doing their math the same way that I am. They're not accounting for all of the different cashbacks, all of the different coupons. They're not stacking everything in like the most optimal way possible. So I feel like we have kind of a leg up on that. And we can take something like, let's say it's on the clearance rack and it says like, okay, this is originally $48, but today it's half off. I am not paying that half off price. I will get like half off of the half off after I'm stacking all of the other coupons and discounts and everything like that. So I want to show you guys how I do that, where to go, what to do, all of that stuff. And then show you a couple products that are profitable as of right now. What I recommend is don't necessarily buy the exact things that I'm showing. Use this as your starting point. Use this as like, okay, Nate found this, whatever, like let's say it's a bra. Nate found this white 34C bra. I'm going to look at the other colors. So I'm not going to buy exactly what he said, but maybe there's something really similar that's profitable. That's really what I want you to look for. Okay. All right. Oh, and by the way, if you guys haven't signed up, we got a little QR code over there. I'll put something here at the bottom. We've got signups are open until midnight tonight. So you've got about 4 hours to go since it's 6 o'clock here. So you got about 4 hours to sign up if you have not done so yet. Okay, let me start. Actually, you know what? I made a sketch of this for you guys because it's the coupon stacking with Kohl's is a little bit complicated. They're like how everything sort of matches together can be a little bit funky. So let me see, where did I save this? There we go. Okay. And I'll share my screen. Oh, of course it's all black. Hang on a second. Let me quickly upload this to something so you guys can see it against a white background. What is a little live sourcing without some technical issues, right? All right, let's make this. While I'm doing this, if you guys have any questions about sourcing, any questions about Amazon selling, about sourcing camp, anything at all that you want to know, write me a question here in chat, and I will try to help you guys as much as I can. There we go. Upload that here. All right. Let me know what questions do you have? What can I help you with? All right. Okay. I've got my thing here. So I made this little template looking thing to try to help you guys. All right. Now, up here at the top, you see like the base price that Kohl says. So when we'll just pull up something random here. All right. When Kohl says $27.99, this is the base price that I'm talking about. Like what they say on the tag thing, that's sort of like base price. This is like the original price. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about sort of like the base sale price, what they're selling it for as the base amount. Okay, so this comes first. Then in order, you go to like if there's a $1 off sale, this is unusual, but if there's a $1 off sale, that does come next. Okay, then there is the percent coupon. This is the next large one. Right now, I don't think there are any large percent off deals. So there's two solutions you can do here. One, you can like sign up for email alerts or text alerts. You can use a new email or a new phone number, and they'll give you a 15% off coupon code that you can use. So there's always a base of 15%. You can look on eBay to look up discount coupons. So if you go to ebay.com and you search Kohl's, you can usually, yeah, so here's a 20% off one right there on eBay. So you can usually find stuff that way. If you really want to get the most bang for your buck and you haven't yet done this and you plan on doing a lot of sourcing from Kohl's and selling a lot of clothing like bras, things like that, if you open a Kohl's charge card, outside of Black Friday would be the best time to do one of these things. But outside of Black Friday, this time is the second best, because the way that Kohl's prices their stuff is they'll change this base price based on what coupons they have publicly available. So since right now there's no big like 30% off coupons that went out in your email or anything like that, they can lower their base price a little bit. It's the game that the Kohl's corporate people play. And if you know how to sort of game their system, you can make a lot of extra money on top. So since there's no % off, you can sign up for a Kohl's charge card now, and you would get 35% off of that purchase. You can make one like massive purchase with your brand new Kohl's card and save multiple thousands of dollars off that very first purchase. And then of course, pay all of that off instantly. Don't keep a balance on that. That'd be ridiculous. So yeah. You can do that, or you can get the 15% off. So that's sort of like the top base thing. At that point, that's sort of what your receipt is going to say that you paid. When you print out the receipt, it's going to take your like the dollar off amount, and it's going to take your % off. If you used any Kohl's cash, it would take that off. But that's what your receipt says, and that's what you should put in as your cost of goods for the sake of the IRS, all of that stuff. That's sort of like the official cost of goods. And this is what I feel like most of my competitors do. And I feel like that's where they stop. And I want to show you guys, like, there's so much more that you can get out of this. There's some really big parts, and then lots of smaller things that you can add together that will become big. So on top of that, whatever your receipt says, you are earning Kohl's cash. So right now, you are earning $10 for every 50. There's a lot of people who don't really like consider that when they are making their purchases. They don't factor that in. And that, I mean, essentially that's like a 20% off. If you get $10 back for every 50, that's 20%. So that's basically like a 20% off coupon, as long as you're doing increments of $50. And that can drastically change something. I mean, if you have some hard cutoffs, like let's say you're a person and you're like, okay, I have to make a minimum of $5 and 30% ROI. I don't know if that's you. I'm not saying that that's what you should do. That's just a common metric that some people use. All right. So if that's you, let's say you scan something and it's got like 28% ROI and $4.50 of profit. You probably pass. But if you are accounting for the Kohl's cash, well, now you're making like $7 of profit and you're making like 50% ROI. So that Kohl's cash can drastically change this equation. So we've got the Kohl's cash over here. You can also earn 5% with, they used to call it Yes to You. Now it's just like Kohl's rewards, this earn 5%. So this used to be Yes to You. So if you see me say Yes to You, it's just, that's what I'm talking about. When you join their little free club thingy. Okay. There are cashback websites. So a cashback website is a click-through portal. Some examples of this. My favorite, the one that I use the most, is Rakuten. So right now, Rakuten has 2% cashback on whatever you purchase. So whatever your receipt says right here, Rakuten will just pay me 2% of that. It is very literally free money. If you guys need a link to that, write link in the comments and I'll send you something. And then the very first time you use it, you'll get a free like $30 or something with our link. So it's easy, free money. Everyone should be using, if you're doing any kind of online arbitrage, you should always be using a click-through portal like Rakuten. Other examples are like Honey or Top Cashback. You can shop around. You can, because each one will have slightly different percentages for every website, and it always changes. You can sort of compare and contrast them if you want. Personally, I would prefer just to keep everything centralized on one cashback portal so that I know like if they missed something or if they made a mistake. So I might it's slightly less optimal to not shop around, but because it's all in one place, I feel like it's more optimal because I'm not losing anything or missing out on any purchases. So cashback sites is going to be huge. And sometimes these can be really large. So like right now, yeah, it's 2%, but they will frequently do like 2x or 3x days where this could go up to like 6%. Or sometimes, I mean, you'll see like, especially around Black Friday, you'll see like 10% cash back on a lot of websites, including places like Kohl's. So definitely check that out. You have discount gift cards. So there's other places, there's sites like raise.com. There's a few sites that do this, raise.com, gift card granny, places like that. Again, if you need a link, I can send you a link and you'll get some extra free. I think this one is another one. Like, it's like $30 of free money or something if you use our link. But this is another one where you can go here and you can search for what store are you going to? Oh, and look at that, 7.5% off. So usually what you'll see is when there's not a whole lot of other coupons going on, you can find these larger ones. So yeah, these first ones are 0% off, but here we've got $100 gift cards that are 5% off. So you're paying $95 for $100 worth of purchasing power, and you can stack these. So you can get like 5 of them or whatever, and use them all on the same receipt, or in the same checkout. Okay, so you've got the cashback sites, the discount gift cards, credit card points on those purchases. So like, let's say you purchase this discount gift card and you use like your Capital One Express card and it's got 2% back on any purchase. So that's another 2% off of this discounted gift card, which was like 95%. So you combine those, now you're looking at like 93% plus the 2% for the cash back. So now it's like 90%. All right. So all of this stuff just keeps stacking and stacking and stacking. Stack the Kohl's cash on it. If you really want to break your brains, think about when you spend your Kohl's cash, because then you start to get into like real funky, like theoretical math where it's like, well, if I spend my Kohl's cash on something for 0% ROI, I'm basically turning my funny money into real money. We're turning our Kohl's cash into normal money if it's 0% ROI. But who is buying stuff for 0% ROI? We're shooting for like 100% ROI. Well, if you get 100% ROI with your Kohl's cash is now worth double. So it kind of breaks your brain when you start thinking about it like that. I don't recommend going that far into it because you get a little bit theoretical and a little bit like what if and a little gambly. But it's fun to briefly think about. So you take all of that. You take the dollar off, the coupon off, the Kohl's cash, the cashback, the discount gift cards, the credit card points, the STU points. You put all of that you take all of that, or you take what's on your receipt minus all of those things to get sort of your actual cost. Now, I actually made a calculator. We did this ages and ages ago. I can share this here in chat. Let me put this in chat. All right. There's that document. I see a couple people wanting that Rakuten link. I'll get that to you in just a second. So this is we made this. We call it the Kohl's calculator. I recently updated it to do some better math, but basically you can type in what your bag cost is. And then you put in all of your variables. So like, let's just pretend like we're going to buy a bunch of these bras. So $27.99. Okay. We'll start there. So $27.99. Let's just pretend like we are buying, let's just pretend that we are buying 5 of these. Okay. So we're going to multiply that by 5. Whoops. That didn't work out. Let's try that. There we go. So $139.95 is our like initial price. Okay. Now dollar off coupons, there's nothing. So that's 0. Store-wide percent offs. We just signed up for like a new text alert. So we got 15% off that we can use. Kohl's cash, we're earning 10 for every 50. So for this particular purchase, we're earning $20. The STU, we're getting 5% there. I'm going to exclude sales tax. Some people pay it, some people don't. Some people get it refunded to them. So just for the sake of easy math, that's more widely available. I'm just going to leave that out, but you can change that if you want. Our Raise gift card, we were getting for 5.1. So I'll put that in here, 5.1% off. Rakuten was 2%. There's no mail-in rebates for this specific thing, but if there are, you can include that there. Credit card cash back, we're getting 2% there. All right, so we put all of this together, and this calculator will just spit out what you're actually paying. So this is what your receipt will say. Your receipt is going to say $112.89. You're getting back between the Kohl's cash, the STU rewards, and the cash back from the various places. You're getting back about 30. So your true cost is closer to 82, which comes out to about 41% off. Okay. Now that's a lot of math, and that's why we made this calculator. So like people don't necessarily have to do that math all in their head. What I would recommend is if you're going to a store that does a lot of couponing like this, like Kohl's, for example, do one of these ahead of time. Do one of the like calculations. Just say like, okay, let's just pretend like I'm going to buy $150 worth of stuff. And then look down here at the percent off marked price. Then round that to the nearest number. That's easy for you to do math. And remember that. So when I go in here, like we'll round this to 40%. Say it's a little bit worse than 50%. Okay. That's sort of like how my brain will do this math. So when I'm looking at this, I understand that I'm not paying $27.99. I'm paying, so half of this would be $14, right? Yeah, $14, but it's a little bit worse than that. So we'll add a couple dollars. Let's say it's $16, okay? So my actual price here is $16. Now over here, I believe, yeah, this is the same listing. And these are really easy to verify because you can see the model number here, this DF4481. And you can verify the model numbers. I have it here on my tool, but this is within the listing itself somewhere. I always use ASINs in here. Again, if you guys want links to anything, just let me know. Just say like link and then the thing that you want the link for, and I'll take some time and put those links into chat, as well as any of your comments. We'll be answering those. So we take this and let's just put our average price. Let me even be a little bit more generous. Instead of saying $16, let's bump it up. We'll say roughly $17. It's not exact. We won't know exactly until we check out, but this gives us a rough idea. Like, is this going to be worth our time to put in our cart? All right. So $17 into 48. Yes, this is very worth it. This is real time. Like you're watching this live. If you want to go to Kohl's and find this Bali DF4481 right now and find this ASIN, like you can pause the video and pull up this ASIN right here. This is profitable right now. Okay. Yeah, we're going to check. I don't really care that Amazon is selling it. We'll still get plenty of sales. That doesn't bother me at all. Historically, it's usually selling for the same price, this $48. Sometimes it pops down to like 25. Usually what happened here is Amazon is actually matching another retailer's price, possibly even Kohl's themselves. But usually they're at this $48. So we should be pretty safe here to get that sale. Even if we have to drop it in price, a lot of room. We've got $16.50 of wiggle room here. So even if we have to drop this, say to like 35, it's like, oh, it tanked a bunch. Oh, I hate when stuff tanks. You're still making 5. I mean, you could drop this down to $29.99 and you're still making a little bit of money. You don't want that, obviously, but this is just to kind of show you, like, even if this tanks substantially, you're still fine. You're still in the green. Okay. So I'm going to show you a couple products here. And then and we'll kind of talk about it. So this one was good. I'm just showing you this, like the almond, or this is the white one here. Let's see, almond, and we're on 34C. All right, yep, $38. So we're good to go there. Now that's just one. Look at the black, the white, the cream, all of those other ones. You have all of the same colors down here as you do right here. So fantastic stuff. Bali is relatively easy to get ungated in. If you are gated in it, you can buy it, I think, directly from Bali themselves. But restrictions are not that big of a deal. We sell a lot of Bali, so it's one of the good ones. If you like selling clothing, bras, things like that, Bali is an easy one, or a solid one that you should get ungated in. All right, let me show you the next one here. We just pulled up a couple examples, and I'll briefly show you how you can find these yourself as well. So here's another example. So $27.99, that's the same as this. So we know that we're not paying $27.99. We're paying closer to like $16, $17. Okay. We've got this sand shell color. All right. This same one, sand shell. What are we looking at? 34B. Okay. So this one is going for $30.28. And that's pretty, I mean, sometimes it's a little bit higher, sometimes it's a little bit lower, but I think we're reasonable. We're in the ballpark here, selling it for 30. So if our cost here is about 16, is this okay? It's okay. I probably wouldn't buy this myself, but what you can do from here, and I wanted to show you guys this, what you can do from here is look at here. Everyone should be using Keepa. They seem like they're having problems with their servers. There we go. Okay. So within here, we can see all of the different variations, and we can actually sort this by the price right now. So if we want to sell stuff for cheap and not make any money, sure, sort it this way. But if you want to sell stuff and make money, look for the stuff that is making money. So the 40D sand shell, let's see if that one is available. Sand shell 40D. There we go. All right. So same cost. We'll click on this one to open it up. So it's $48. This should be really, really profitable. Now, there's a decent chance that it does not stay this price. It sometimes is up here. So all through August, about half of September, most of October, some of November. But between like the middle of November till February, this has been quite cheap. It could go back up here. It could come back down here. We'll run the numbers both ways, and you can kind of judge for yourself if you like those odds, basically. Okay, so our buy cost, I'm just going to put, I'll put 17 here, just as sort of a safe bet. So if we get 48 for it, we're doing great. If it tanks down to, call it 26.50, 26.50, what are we looking at? So that would be unprofitable if it dives back down to that price. So that's up to you. And you could, I mean, what we'll do a lot of times is we're getting like one of a lot of different listings. And so I don't mind sitting on something. Even if it tanks, I don't necessarily have to sell mine for that same price. I can keep it priced up here at 48, or maybe I do like 47.95 or something. Maybe I'll kind of squeak a couple sales. Maybe Amazon isn't playing nice and they're not sharing the buy box on this. There are definitely savvy customers who will see like, oh, look, I can buy it right here for just a little bit less. And they'll buy it from you, even if you don't have the buy box. So that one, let's see here. Make sure we're still live. Are we still live? Yeah, we should be. My screen's looking black here for a second. Let me know if you guys can still see me and hear me. Can you send the raise link to? Yeah, let me do that for you real fast. Let's see. I'll stop sharing this. You'll see my big head again. All right, there we go. And let me pull up these links for you. All right. So any questions so far? Are you guys with me? Does this look reasonable? Do you sort of understand like how I'm finding this math and how I'm accounting for everything? If not, or if there's like a specific part that you're still confused about, let me know. All right, so raise. Here's a link for the discount gift cards. Boom, I'll pop that one in there. Refresh this page. All right, so there's that. And you'll get, again, I think you get, I don't know, couple dollars here using our raise link. Rakuten, the Rakuten link is really good. You'll get like $30 for using that. So definitely do both of them. But if you're just going to do one, use Rakuten. I don't know why you would just do one, but yeah. So those are those links. Raise, Rakuten. What else have I used? I used ASIN's that like on-screen calculator thing. There's a link for that as well if you need that. I think that's everything that I've used. And then the calculator, which I linked a little bit earlier. All right, awesome. Okay, I think we're still good. I can see and hear you. Sweet, good. Just wanting to confirm. Thanks, Christina. Okay, so let me show you a couple more options or a couple more nuances as well that I want to kind of point out. Okay, let's see here. Share the screen again. Okay, so this is another one, the Maidenform DM2315. Again, This is real time. Like this is profitable right now. You can stop listening to me and you can go buy this and you can go make money for free. You don't even have to join Sourcing Camp, or you could use the money that you're making from this video that I'm giving you profit for and use that money to pay for Sourcing Camp. All right. So DM 2315 right there. DM 2315. All right. So we've got a model match here. Plenty of different colors, plenty of different sizes. Our base price here is roughly $20. But again, we're not paying that. We're paying about 40% less than that. So let's see, 50% less would be 10, a little bit worse than that. Let's call it 12, roughly. Okay, just for the sake of easy mental math. We can get the exact numbers later when we're doing our calculator, just to confirm that everything is actually good. I'll do that for you here in just a second. But yeah, so let's see, white, small, let's check this. The white, small. All right, so $34 is the sale price. Roughly 12-ish was our buy cost. Boom, almost 100% ROI. So super easy flips. And look at this, the price history on that is beautiful. I mean, this is almost always up here at $34. Sure, occasionally they'll pop down to whatever, but and usually actually what I'm seeing here is that Amazon is trying to fight other people's repricers. So I see it kind of like changing by just a couple pennies. As the new offer count is going up, the price is kind of jumping all around. To me, that tells me that Amazon really wants the buy box and they will try to compete with you on this. But, and again, I don't really understand the people who are like, oh, you can't compete with Amazon. If Amazon's on the listing, you can't sell it. I want you guys to look down here. Ignore this top part right here, okay? Look at this bottom part. This is the number of new offers. Early December, there's one new offer, Amazon. And then a second person comes on, then a third person, and then a fourth. Okay, this is all in December. December 24th comes around. Well, now there's 3 offers again. 2 days later, well, now there's 2 offers again. What happened? Why did it go from 5 offers to 2 offers, or from 4 offers to 2 offers? Those people sold out of their inventory. A week later, boom, another person sells out. A day later, boom, another person sells out. Then they come back in, and then all 4 of these sell out all of a sudden. All right, so in and out, in and out. That is telling me that multiple people are making multiple sales. Okay, so you don't have to worry about if Amazon is on this listing. You don't even need to check. Some people are like, oh, you need to check if the buy box statistics. Well, it says Amazon has 100% of the buy box. Well, sure, it says that, but I know with absolute certainty that I can make a sale on this listing. Judging, just based on this, also our experience, but just based on this alone, I know that I can make sales on this, regardless of what this data thing says, where it's like, oh, Amazon isn't sharing the buy box here. You can't sell that. Nope, it's not the case. That's not how it works. There's significantly more nuances than that. Okay, all right. This is one that I wanted to show you guys. So not everything at Kohl's has all of those coupon stacking abilities. So this, for example, if you find any like beauty stuff from Kohl's and Sephora have merged. It's like 2 companies, but the same company now. Anything being sold by Sephora, which is all beauty stuff, none of the normal stuff works for it. So that means that you're not eligible for coupons. If maybe you bought some Nike stuff, you would have seen that. Like, okay, yeah, I'm used to not getting coupons to work. But you also don't earn Kohl's Cash, and you can't redeem Kohl's Cash for these things. You can use Sephora Insider Points, and you can do this 5% Yes to You rewards. So there's a couple smaller things, but it's not the normal Kohl's Cash. It's not the normal coupons, things like that. So do be mindful of that, of the brands that you are buying. Big name brands like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, the percent coupons won't work, but the Kohl's Cash will work. So for me, that tends to be what I buy. When I have like $1,000 of Kohl's Cash, I usually am spending it on things like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, because Kohl's Cash, I'll go back to this real fast. Kohl's Cash is like technically the second thing. It comes into play right here. So Kohl's Cash will come out prior to a % off coupon. If you have a % off coupon, don't use your Kohl's Cash, because if you're trying to spend, say, $100 and you have $50 of Kohl's Cash, they'll take that $50 off first, And then they'll take the, let's say you have a 10% off coupon, they'll take 10% off of the remaining $50. Instead of taking the 10% off of the full 100, it's only the 10% after the Kohl's Cash. So I prefer to use this when I'm buying stuff that coupons don't work for. Okay. All right. Now, I want to show you two more things. I want to show you getting all of this together and sort of running the calculator. So let's do a couple of these. We're going to add 2 of those to our cart. All right. We're going to add, let's pick a different one. Going to add 2 of those to our cart. We're going to add 3 of these to our cart just for kicks. All right. Now, if you're actually doing this, I would recommend just getting one of anything that's profitable. So you see 34C almond is profitable. Cool. Buy one of those. Is the 36D black profitable? Awesome. Buy one of those. Okay. Once you have your cart all set and ready, then you can run this through the calculator. Okay. So this is what it's saying we're going to be spending. You can just ignore this saving part. That's mostly pretty meaningless. So ignore that. This pre-tax amount, 315. We are going to pop this over into the Kohl's calculator. All right, so 315. We are going to be earning $50 of Kohl's Cash, assuming we're just using a 15% off coupon. And then the rest of this, so our true cost for this full purchase is about 118 or 42% off of each individual item. Okay, so really good stuff. If you want to open that Kohl's charge card now, this is why I say it gets crazy, because that 32% is going to change to 56%. I mean, just massive. The amount of savings you can get here. Paying $136 for that whole monstrous purchase here is fantastic. All right, so that's sort of how you pull everything together, how a shopping trip would go at Kohl's. To find this stuff, just watch stores like Kohl's. Like, for example, I was going to do this video, I was going to do this bonus video yesterday, but Kohl's didn't have any Kohl's Cash earning. It was like the spending period instead of the earning period. And they go through both. So like right now you can earn $10 of Kohl's Cash for every 50. In a week or so, it'll be the opposite. You won't be able to earn any Kohl's Cash, but you can spend your Kohl's Cash. Okay. All right. So to find this stuff, you can shop any category you want. There's lots of profitable stuff on Kohl's. Because we sell so many bras, I'm just going to pop into the intimate sale. And let's go, we'll go in here and we'll pick a brand, or if, like, for example, if you know that you're gated in Bali, start excluding Bali. You're probably ungated in Vanity Fair, so you could check those things. You're probably ungated in Warner's probably. So let's just pretend that you're ungated in Warner's. You can take this, copy this, pop over into Amazon, paste it. Whoops, didn't copy. Try this one more time. Copy this, paste it. And I'm just showing you like the slow free ways. There's faster ways to do this. Absolutely. You are looking, usually it'll be the first one. You can compare the model number. So 1269 there. Once this loads, we should be able to see it here. Maybe if it wants to load. All right, and I'm gonna wait for my my ASINs end to pop up. 1269. All right, so this is the correct model number. So we've got a match there. Our rough purchase price. So let's see, $25. Half of that is 12.5. It's a little bit worse than that. 1.5 or 15. Okay. So if 15 is our buy cost, 37% ROI, $5 profit. That's decent. If this were like on clearance, I would probably pass if it was on clearance. But if like this is full price. I say that because all of their Warners are going to be on sale right now for this kind of cost, basically. So this isn't on clearance. It's not being like, it's not a big closeout thing where everywhere across the country is suddenly getting this for super, super cheap. You'll see some tanking with clearance stuff. So you want to have a little extra room in your budget here, in your numbers. But yeah, so if we're buying this for 15, if this was clearance, I'd probably pass. Since it's full price, I mean, that's not horrible. I would keep this in mind. So I want to look for something better. Let's see if there's maybe a variation that we can find that's a little bit more profitable. So I wanted to show you guys this as sort of like, how do you actually find this stuff? This is, again, this is real time. I didn't like prearrange. I prearranged these examples, but this one I'm not prearranging. So maybe there's a variation that's slightly more. This one is a lot more, but it's, I would say that's kind of an outlier. It's unlikely that this is going to sell for 53. It's also a kind of an unpopular color variation. So that one's probably not selling a whole lot. And you can see here the ratings, the number of ratings something has is a decent indicator for how much something is purchased. So this has 0 ratings, 0 reviews. It's hard to tell if this has sold much on this listing. These have sold a little bit, but not as much. The brown has sold some, and you actually see here, this specific brown one has sold 50 plus times in the last month. This is directly from Amazon. This is not a guesstimation like a lot of tools out there. This is directly coming from Amazon. At least 50 pairs of this exact size color. The I'll just click on it. I'm not sure what size it was. The 40B, at least 50 pairs of this exact one have sold in the last month. So this is a great bet. Let's see if we can find that version. Mahogany, there we go. And what size is it again? 40B, 40B. Oh, it's out of stock. All right, maybe there's something close by that would be similar. Or you can like set alerts on the website. You can set alerts on Kohl's. You can use things like visualping.io is like a alerting tool for things like that. Let's see here. You know what I'll do here? Here's what I'll do. Let me just find one that is. So I'm skipping these because these are all like $34. Now, something interesting you can do, and I'll do this a lot during, I'll do this a lot during like Black Friday. And this is, again, another thing my competitors don't use. Is the calculator sheet going to be available? Yes. I posted that in the Facebook group. Let me post it here for you guys real fast. Uh-oh. Make sure you're all still with me because everything just turned black. I will post it over here. There we go. All right. Yeah, there's the calculator for you. Okay. I think. Let me see. So I wanted to, of course, everything's glitching out again here. I wanted to show you this other neat trick where Amazon will frequently price match places like Kohl's. So you see for the past month, this has been selling for $44, but today it's selling for $22. What is our buy cost? Very close to that. And maybe Macy's is selling it for $22. So what I'll do a lot of times, especially during Black Friday, I will look historically, like what was this priced at a week or two ago? And I will base it off of that because I know that Amazon is matching the Kohl's price. And then as soon as the sale is over and as soon as this bra goes back to being listed for $44 on Kohl's, Amazon will also go back to listing it for $44. So really, really handy trick there. Let me see. It's because the name is so long, it's hard to see the sizes. Maybe I can reorganize this a little bit. Let's see. I'll pull the size over here so we can see it. Okay, so let's just go down our list. 32C, is this available? 32C, perfect. There we go. All right, so we'll click on this one. This one is selling for $38. It says according, and that's, so this is interesting. This is an FBM offer. It's not even the FBA offer. You can probably list this for higher FBA. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I would say you could probably get that $44 price point here being the only FBA offer, and you would probably get the buy box. I can't guarantee it, so we'll run the math with this, but you could probably up that price a bit. So our buy cost was, I believe it was roughly $14, give or take a little bit. Yeah, there's plenty of profit there to get the exact math down. This would definitely be worth our time to grab one. Okay, so yeah, and it says it's in stock there, but then out of stock here. It went that fast. So that's how you find them, guys. Yeah, that's how you find out. Those were some of the nuances. Do you guys have any questions? I'll stop sharing my screen. All right. Any questions so far? And again, a reminder: our sourcing camp is happening tomorrow, where it's basically a bunch of people similar to me who have large businesses, who are successful business owners, who said that they'd be willing to come and just show you guys how they source. They're going to source for us live. They'll find some stuff. They'll share leads, just like what I shared here, where you can go and buy them like right then and there. But they're going to talk through like how they're finding it and why they like it and all of that stuff. So yeah, if you want to scan that QR code right there to get more info about sourcing camp. The signups for that are closing tonight at midnight here, which is in about, well, now it's about 3.5 hours. So there's just a little bit more time to squeak in. Once that's closed, we got to close it because it's recorded, but it's a live event. So those of you who get the live event, you will get access to the recordings, but we're not selling the recordings afterwards. So I need to get everyone into camp. I need to make sure everything's like set up correctly and properly, and everyone gets into the groups and all of that stuff. So that's why I got to close down enrollments before the camp actually starts. What time is it? It goes from roughly 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tomorrow, and 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Well, actually, it was probably 4 p.m. to like midnight on Sunday. Because we'll do some Q&A. Plus, there's some extra bonus videos that'll happen at random times. It's also all recorded. I don't expect everyone to be able to make every single session. Each person has like a 1 hour long breakout session. So there's 10 breakout sessions. Everyone gets an hour to find stuff, to show us how they're finding stuff. So everyone gets an hour. But it's all recorded. So if you miss one, or you got to put your kids down to bed, or you got to go out to eat, whatever it is, you're working on Saturday, but not on Sunday, whatever it is, like it's all recorded for you guys. So you'll have access to that if you happen to miss something. All right. Let me see if there's any other questions here. If you've got questions, let me know. Let me know. Just a little bit of time left. I'll shoot you guys one more email. If you're getting our emails, then, I apologize. I'm sending so many. Awesome. Signed up. Can't wait. Sweet. Yeah. These events are so cool because like we bring in a bunch of different sellers. Like it's one thing for me to show you how I source, but like I say this all the time, there's a million ways to make $1 million on Amazon. And sure, like I've built a 7-figure business here on Amazon doing certain things like selling bras from Kohl's, for example. But I don't know everything about everything. And there are ways of doing this that maybe I don't do. Maybe I don't like them, but someone else is killing it and someone else loves it. So that's why like I reached out to people. These aren't like gurus that I'm bringing in. It's not people who are trying to like sell you a course or anything like that. It's people with active businesses. They're in the trenches. They are walking the walk. They're not just talking the talk. I didn't want to like reach out to the YouTubers and things like that because most of them aren't actually running a business. They're just doing YouTube episodes about this. So I reached out to people who are like actually doing this in a variety of different ways. So some people love manually sourcing. They love like going to the websites like what I was doing, copy, paste, put it into Amazon and finding it that way. Some of them love that and they'll do it that way. Some people love like the automation web scraping tools like tactical arbitrage. I know we've got one person who's coming. They're going to talk about like how they use tactical arbitrage. There's some people who like to do like retail arbitrage or like a hybrid model where they're sort of doing RA and OA simultaneously, and they can like shop their local stores from their couch instead of having to go out. So lots of really cool sessions that we're excited about. We'll do like some Amazon to Amazon flipping where you're like buying stuff from Amazon and then selling it right back to Amazon in the same exact box. Like you just send it right back in and you're making money. It feels like cheating. But yeah, so many cool breakout sessions. So super excited about that. Again, QR code's up there. There's a link down there. I don't think you can click that though. So easiest way is to scan that barcode. All right. Any other last minute questions before we hop off here? Let me know. I'll give you, I know there's just a slight delay here. Is anyone here who's watching this, anyone here going to sourcing camp already? I know Luxury Card Store said they just signed up. So I know they're going. I'm excited to see you there. Anybody else in chat hopping over there? We've got, last time I checked, there's like 170 people that are attending this week. And the other cool thing is like all of the, so the The breakout sessions are done by our camp counselors, like very successful business owners. The campers themselves, many of them are very successful. I think the last numbers I grabbed, it was like close to 40 people had like large, like 7-figure businesses that were campers, like just attendees learning to pick up new tricks. There's a lot of beginners in there. If you're a beginner, awesome, welcome. You are more than welcome to come. You're gonna be drinking from the fire hose. You're gonna learn so many different ways of sourcing. It's gonna kind of blow your mind. Intermediate sellers, we're definitely gonna kick you in the butt. You're gonna there's a lot of intermediate sellers that kind of get stuck in a rut. Like they're really good at one or two things, but maybe their store closes down, or maybe it's like, oh, I got to shift gears, but I don't really know where to go. And they're used to finding success. And so it's kind of hard to shift gears. We're going to help you shift gears. The advanced sellers, we're going to give you those little like golden nuggets. I mean, you probably have a working knowledge of most of what we're talking about, but everyone has their own little style, their own little golden nuggets. Like there was someone who shared this box tip like 2 sourcing camps ago. And myself and there was another 7-figure seller. We're like running the math, like, wow, that tip is saving us $20 per week. So like over the course of a year, that's like $1,000 a year. So just that one tiny little like, oh, here's how you can get a free box for XYZ. It's like just that one tiny little tip. It's like, oh my gosh, that's $1,000 in my pocket every single year just because I picked that up. So lots of stuff, no matter your size. So, all right. Mr. Unicorns is here. Yeah, he's a box tip guy. All right. Lots of stuff there. That's all for me. I don't see any other questions. If I miss your question, I apologize. Write it in the comment section, and either me or my wife will try to answer that for you.